Ukraine is scrambling to repair damage caused by one of the most devastating Russian attacks on its energy infrastructure. The attack launched by Russia included hundreds of drones and missiles. In his evening address, the president, Volodymyr Zelensky, said that repair crews are working almost around the clock in most regions and the restoration efforts are ongoing. He added that though the situation is difficult, thousands of people are involved in stabilizing the system and repairing the damage. He also urged allies for more air defense equipment.
These days, repair crews are working round the clock in most areas. Utility services are operating and restoration is ongoing. And although the situation is difficult, thousands of people are involved in stabilizing the system and repairing the damage. The Russians have increased their strikes, increased their striking power, and are using more ballistic strikes. This means we need more air defense, more equipment reserves, and more precise and prompt work in the regions.
Резервах обладнання і більш чіткій та оперативній роботі в регіоні.
The situation was most difficult in the northeastern Kharkiv and Sumy regions as well as in central Poltava. Restoration Minister Oleksiy Kuleba informed that around 100,000 families were left without electricity, water and heating in the Kharkiv region. In Poltava region, one of the most affected, power was mostly restored on Sunday, but damaged equipment left parts of its main city still in the dark. Ukrainian energy minister said that the consequences of the attacks are being determined and normal outages of up to 4 hours a day will be restored once the situation in the energy system stabilizes. Earlier, state power operator Ukraine Ergo said that power would be cut for between 8 and 16 hours a day across most regions. Amidst the intense strikes on energy grid, Zelensky gave an interview to The Guardian when the power went out, not once, but twice. In the interview, Zelensky lambasted the European Union and their allies and also said that EU leaders are afraid of their societies and don't want to be involved in the war. He further said that it was ultimately their choice over whether they wanted to deploy troops or not. Zelensky also expressed his apprehensions, saying that there was a risk of losing financial and military support from partners if he pushed too hard. When asked if the EU and UK were doing enough, Zelensky replied that it's never enough, adding that it will be enough when the war ends and enough when Putin understands that he has to stop. Zelensky also answered about his relationship with US President Donald Trump and said that he was not afraid of Trump, adding that Ukraine was friends with America and not an enemy. On the battlefront, Russia continues to maintain an upper hand. It has now claimed to have captured the settlement of Rybnie in Ukraine's Zaporizhia region. The news came a day after Russia said it took the city of Pokrovsk. The development comes as a command of a Ukrainian unmanned systems battalion was charged with negligence after holding an award ceremony for soldiers in Dnipropetrovsk early this month, despite a ban. According to State Bureau of Investigation, the military gathering was later hit by Russian Geran drones and Iskander missiles, leading to death of 12 servicemen and 7 civilians. Meanwhile, Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov says that he was ready to meet U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, but that Russia would not abandon its core conditions for ending the war in Ukraine. In another related development, Britain has begun sending experts and equipment to Belgium to help it combat drone sightings causing airport closures. In an interview to the BBC, Richard Knighton, the head of Britain's armed forces, said that it was not all known who was behind the drones, but noted that Russia had involvement in hybrid warfare in recent years.